Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to COBOL, where we will learn how we can utilize sign condition with if statements. Okay, there are many scenarios in our project where we are supposed to utilize these sign condition in order to uh, print the values or in order to perform a particular logic as per the condition. Okay, so in this situation, what we will do, we will utilize the sign condition. So from scratch, we are going to see all three possible sign condition that we can use in COBOL. And if you remember in our previous session, we discussed about the uh, relational condition, right? So in the continuation of same, we are going to cover the sign part, where we will perform some conditional statements with the basis of sign value. Okay, so we will go in the same manner. Firstly, I'll walk you through the code, and then we will see the output to understand its logic. So here I'm taking option 2 on the program, which is test PGM, and then we will step by step proceed and see the output logic. So on line number 1, we have initiated the identification division, which is important for every program. Like we have kept this in each and every program of COBOL. So identification division is mainly used to show the identity of program. For example, here you can see program ID is denoting the program name. Then we have author, which is author name. Okay. So for this particular division, we have already discussed multiple times. So for now, we are just focusing on the conditional part, sign condition. And I'm assuming that you know like what is the meaning of identification division, why we kept this space as blank. If you don't know, then please go and check out the previous session, because there we have already discussed all these things. Okay, but for now we are just focusing on the conditional statement part. So here just after the identification division, in short, you can easily understand that identification division is something that denotes the information related to the program, like program name and author name. Other things also you can add there, but for now we just kept these two. Then we have this comment line, which is showing the topic name, conditional statement, sign condition. Okay, and afterwards we have initiated the data division, because for every example we need at least few variables. So to declare those variable, I just initiated this data division block, and under this data division block we have initiated the working storage section, where we will declare all the required variable that we are going to use for our session. So there are total three variables. First variable is temperature 1, then second one is temperature 2, and third one is temperature 3. Okay, so these are the three variables. You can select any name, any type. Type should be like this only, but name and value you can select any. Okay, just for the demo purpose, I kept it as a temperature 1, 2, 3. Now for those who don't know what is variable, how to declare it, although we have covered it in previous session, but still I would go and explain you in a shorter way. Like every variable is divided into 5 parts during the declaration. The first part is indicating the level number, so this is the level number of the variable. Okay, then we have data name. Data name means whenever we are going to access this variable throughout the program, we will use this name, which is temperature name, temperature 1. Then we have PIC. PIC is denoting picture clause, and then later we have declared the variable as S93, which means it will hold negative sign value up to 3 digits. Okay, so S is representing sign value, 9 is representing numeric, and 3 is the size. Up to 3 digit we can hold in this particular variable. Then we are using value clause, which is an optional clause, but in this example it is needed, because through this only we are assigning the value to the variable. So with this, what we have assigned 145. So 145 is the number that is stored into this temperature 1 variable. Likewise, if you check the second variable, here we have kept the same declaration. The only thing is changed is the value. In second variable, we have kept the value as minus 145 or negative 145. Then we have third variable, where we kept the same declaration. Only thing is changed is the value, which is 0 now. Okay, so these are the three variable with three values we have added. Now there might be one question from you guys, like we have already know that this value hold positive, this negative, this zero. Then why we are using this statement to check it? Because right now we have no, we know what is the value, right? But just assume you are getting the value from some other program or from some third party tools. In that case, we are not sure which value is coming in the way, right? And also maybe we are performing some type of calculation and we don't know how it will result. So in that case we will utilize these things, and this is very important because most of the time for validation purpose, for some conditional purpose, we use these sign conditions. Okay, fine. So variable declaration is done. Now we will discuss the procedure division. So here you can check in procedure division we have initiated. Okay, let me remove. Yeah, no problem, like we can go in this way only. So here you can see the first statement is checking if temperature 1 is positive, then print or display temperature 1 is positive. As like when we started learning COBOL, we discussed that COBOL is an English like language. So you can see, you can simply read it, right? If temperature 1 is positive, then so there is nothing complex here, right? We can easily read out that thing and we can understand what is happening here. So it is checking if temperature 1 is positive, then display temperature 1 is positive. Else, suppose if due to any condition this condition got failed, so in this case it will go for else part and it will check for, it will display the message temperature 1 is is negative or 0, because both are possible, right? Negative means the value which is lesser than 0. Positive means the value which is greater than 0. But 0 is also, like it, the variable might be holding 0 also, right? So that's why I just kept printed this generic message in case of else condition, that temperature 1 is negative or 0. Okay, so this is the one set where we are just checking for the positive condition, positive sign condition. Similarly, in line number 23, I am using if temperature 2 is negative, then display temperature 2 is negative. Okay. If you want to include else condition here, yes, you can include, and then the display message would be like temperature 1 is positive or 0. Okay, so accordingly you can customize. I just show you one example and then you can add else condition if it is needed. But the main thing is this value. So when you want to check for positive, you can use positive. In case of negative, you can use negative. So simply we just need to write the word, exact word, positive, negative. Fine. Now in the same manner, if you want to check for the 0 condition, because it might be possible, right? So in that case we can use if temperature 3 is 0, then display temperature 3 is 0. In else condition, if you want to print something else, will execute it only when the condition is false. So in that case you can show the message like temperature 1 is either positive or negative, so both are true, right? Fine. So I think now syntax is almost clear to you, like we have to just write positive, this is the main part, positive, negative and 0. So let's try to run this program and it should print 3 values, because the first value is 145, so the first condition would be true, so it should print this message, temperature 1 is positive. Then second value is negative, so it should print temperature 2 is negative, and third value is 0, so it should print temperature value is 0. So let's verify the output. In case of any doubt, you can comment in the session and I'll try to respond it. So you can see first message is temperature 1 is positive, then temperature 2 is negative, and temperature 3 is 0. Okay, let's try a few more things. Let me change the value. So now I'll make it this one as negative, this one as positive, and this one as non-zero. So in this case, if we try to run this program, it will show only one message because of the else condition. Temperature 1 is negative or 0. Why? Because you can see we have only kept else condition for this part, not for the other ones. So for other one, like it check for temperature 2 is negative, no it is not, it is positive this time, so it will simply skip this part. It will check temperature 3 is 1, no it is not, sorry, it will check temperature 3 is 0, it will see no it is not, it is 1, so it will simply skip this part. But in case of first scenario, it will check temperature 1 is positive, no it is not, but we have else condition, so it will simply go to the else part and execute this line, which is temperature 1 is negative or 0. Clear? So I think now it is clear how we can use the sign condition with if conditional statement in COBOL. So yeah, that's all for today. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.